I think that venture, if we go back in time, venture was a business that started off as more of a cottage industry. And it was intended to be, if I go back and think about the start of it, it was Kleiner Perkins with a $5 million investment in Genentech. And they really built that business in their office. From there, we've gone to venture being a multi-billion dollar asset class and operating at a level of scale that is not a cottage industry and that looks very different. Now, when you think about it that way, I guess you have to look at it and say then scale is becoming an important dynamic. If you look at venture as an asset class, like let's say private equity or even buyouts, and I'm not 100% convinced. Well, I'm clear that's not the business I'd like to be. That doesn't mean that that's not a business to be in. I think that there's still a business that is a cottage industry business that's based on working with a handful of entrepreneurs who understand the local market and building that up. I think to contrast it all, Benchmark's done an amazing job of building their business in a very focused way. They've decided that while venture has scaled, while you've had multi-billion dollar funds that span the range from seed to buyout to growth to everything under the sun, they've said, look, we do a certain set of things and we're going to do that. And that has obviously stopped them from expanding their AUM, which they're okay with. So I think what's happening in general is we're having a bifurcation in the market where certain people are going to opt to be large scale. And if you're going to be large scale, then you probably have to be global. And so therefore, a peak going to the US or a General Catalyst coming to India or even what Lightspeed's done, or you have global players. But there will always be boutique guys that will find other opportunities. And I think that's where we've sat for a long time. And that's where I continue to believe it's just more interesting and exciting. I mean, for me, again, it's not a right or wrong answer. It's simply what you want to do in life. And I think for what we want to do in life, finding those handful of entrepreneurs that really understand the market deeply, have a desire to want to partner with someone who they believe can help them on that journey is more exciting to me than necessarily thinking about how to play an AI in the US.